how many 3 people can come in here and not talk to me for the next 5 minutes. Just about done with YouTube. It's pointless. YouTube is pointless. They're not going to let me have a voice. The more subscribers I get, the more they choke my channel down. I watch all kinds of YouTube. I mean, you would be shocked at the stuff that gets pushed on YouTube. Yet, I can't even find my own channel on YouTube. It's not fair. Of course, this life is never fair to a targeted individual. Ever. Ever. What's up, Gabby? Haven't heard from you in a while. The more subs I get, the less views I get. It's the craziest thing. And yet I see channels that I never even watch. There's one channel on, what's his name? Derek Bieri. Oh my God, I can't believe I don't know the name of his channel right now. Anyway, he's got one of the largest automotive YouTube channels on YouTube. And I'm telling you, he is like the YouTube god. I've probably only watched 2 of his videos and he's got thousands. But YouTube pushes him over on me all the time. All the time. They share his videos with me all the time, and I don't even look for him. It's a car channel. He'll go find a car on Marketplace and get a plane ride there, and he'll buy the car, and then he'll drive it 1,000 miles home. I mean, to guys, that's entertaining. But it's just, he's a nice guy. He's a really polite guy, but YouTube has given him the world. He's got he went from just a lowly mechanic now to a 100-acre farm and a museum. I mean, this man's buying anything in the world he could ever want. Thank you for being here, Zoloft. Get anything in the world he wants. I mean, they just shove. I mean, his YouTube channel got so big that guys from Motor Trend saw him, and then he got to be on Motor Trend channel for Hot Rod TV. And I'm sitting back thinking, what in the heck does a person have? Who do I have to blow to be able to get on YouTube? And you guys seen, when I try to edit my videos, they delete them. When I try to put a little music in, like 10 seconds worth of music, boom, I get copyright strike. Doesn't matter what I do on YouTube, they're not going to let my voice be heard. It's just... Anyway, the world is a crazy place, and it's getting better every day. I was binging your older videos the other night. Yep, and they don't, and here's the thing. After 2 days that my videos are online, nothing else happens. I won't get another comment on them. It is so rare, or let me rephrase that, they won't let me see the comments. It's like I made that video and they disappeared it down the memory hole. Just completely gone. I need to ask you, my subscribers, for a little help, please. I'm asking for you guys to pray for my oldest daughter, the one that's got the baby when you're young, and to make that relationship so much easier, you go have a kid, because you know having a kid makes relationships easier. And my daughter and her boyfriend have just been brawling. I'm not very, very pleased with her right now. She's a good kid. She works hard. But if you've thought about cheating, you've already cheated. It's just the way it is, ladies, gentlemen. If you've thought about cheating, you're already cheating. Period. If you let your mind even think 1 second of being with this other person when this person that's with you is with you, you have already cheated. You've already violated the law. So I'm trying to advise my daughter and my grandson's father on what to do, and nobody wants to listen to me. No one wants to listen. And I've got the best perspective because I've been there. I was the one cheated on for years and years and years and years and years. So it's so hard. There's so many distractions. So many distractions. Too many ways to communicate, but no way to talk. And like I always tell people, a woman in a relationship is the easiest woman in the world to woo. Now, ladies that are in here, you're probably not easy women. But what I say is, you can always tell a woman what her husband did not tell her this morning. And some people are so starved for affection, just the least little compliment can open windows and doors and other parts of the anatomy. I caught a glimpse this morning of the True Blue channel with Chris, what's his name? The guy that does the bus, the pedophile bus, Chris Hansen. And 60 to 70% of the guys are like, I'm just lonely. I just want somebody to talk to. Now listen, I'm not defending pedophiles at all, okay? Men in America, white men, are an endangered species. Overworked, underpaid, highest suicide rate, the most that die in the war, most health problems, die sooner. They always lose in court, whether it's a custody battle, divorce court, except rare exceptions, of course, ladies. But men have it the worst because we don't have anybody to talk to. Well, there you go, Gabby. Men don't have anybody to talk to. We don't. It's like me, on a weekly basis, outside of Tina and my daughters and my immediate family, I have zero interactions. Zero. Unless it's 2 minutes at a gas station saying $30 on pump 14. That's it. That's the only adult interactions I get. That's it. So I'm one of the loneliest people in the world, and that's okay. God comforts me. I get to watch my grandson. That's worth everything. Watching him. I'll see if I can bring your chat up. I'm still on this crap phone. You lie to me. You're afraid of me. I don't want to be the king of the house. I want to be queen. Blah, blah, blah. Yep. I get it. Anybody got any ideas about this gas prices? Well, there you go, Zoloft, and I appreciate you acknowledging that. And this is a coordinated attack. That's what people don't understand. This coordinated war on men has happened since the mid to late 60s. When feminism blew up, the main goal of feminism was not for women's equality. It was to dominate men. And the number one stated goal, besides dominating men, is the destruction of the nuclear family. Because when there's not a man at the head of the household will never be what God desires. And if we're not walking in God's will, we're going to fail. And I told my daughter and her boyfriend, I said, listen, and this was while my grandson was in the ICU. He was in the NICU for like 6 months. Plugged up to all those machines. It was so hard going up there. And my daughter was there every night. She didn't want to leave my grandson's side. They got through that as a family. Her boyfriend and my daughter, they got through that. I said, you just got through the worst thing imaginable. That's the tragic ailments of a child, especially a 21-week preemie. I said, but God has blessed you and you're not trying to give back. I said, if you want your relationship to work, you got to put God first. You got to get married and you got to put God first, period. And if you don't put God first, it doesn't work. And I know the feminists out there are going to hate it when I say this, but the man's supposed to be in charge in the relationship. A woman's supposed to be his helpmate. It's what the Bible says. And people say, well, the Bible's, that's a chauvinistic book. The Bible doesn't respect women. Well, that's incorrect. God has high regard for godly women. And it tells men to keep women in high regard. It says to cherish them and protect them and love them. It's what the Bible commands a man treat his wife. It's just so hard. Everybody is... It's shocking. It's not shocking. It's all planned. We have more ways to communicate now than ever, and no one talks anymore. There you go. I'm not going to lie about anything. The least little lie ruins it all. But we don't talk anymore. People go out on dates and they sit across from each other in a restaurant on their freaking cell phones. I hate it. Tina said she's giving Mason his phone. That boy was on the cell phone at 2 o'clock in the morning the other morning. 13 years old on the cell phone at 2 in the morning. And of course he denied it to her because he can lie to her and get away with it. But I've just had to step back and just say, you know what? She wants him to be ruined. All I'm doing is being the bad guy for no benefit. So I get the I hate you and freak you about 4 times a week. It's unfortunate. Tina doesn't understand how to raise a boy, and a lot of women do not understand how to raise strong men. All the doctors will tell you that rough housing with a male child as a child is some of the most important bonding a father and son can do, to roughhouse and play that alpha roles back and forth and to pick and to play. It sets up a hierarchy, it sets up a respect system, but it also shows ways of love besides cuddling and kissing and comforting like a mother does. Little boys don't need to be coddled by their dad. There's picking and playing, and a dad's role is to thicken the skin of the son. That way when the son goes off to school and he gets bullied, he don't start crying the first time somebody calls him a mean name. Tina doesn't get that. You talk so mean to him. I'm just playful. I'm sarcastic. But she decided she wanted to take him back and have him as hers. So now nobody talks to him. He didn't talk to anybody. It's such a shame. He was such a good kid. But it is what it is. Anybody happy about the first 100 days? Gas prices are down. Groceries down. Eggs are down 80%. China is collapsing. Don't watch the news. They're going to lie to you. The Chinese economy is collapsing. And here's another one that people don't know. I watch media out of China. People that have these undercover news sites out of China. They estimate that there are over 3 billion people missing from China. Did you hear me? They said on the news 3 billion people are missing from China. Just gone. They don't know where they're at. The whole country is shutting down. They brought those massive ships with hundreds and thousands of containers to the ports of the United States, and they turned them away. Nope, we don't want it, don't need it. China is collapsing. There's another channel on there called China Street View, and it's from the Zhejiang province. These people live in utter filth. The new buildings are collapsing. Everything China has is it's more plastic than the America we know. But China's being destroyed. by the tariffs. And that's the best thing that could have ever happened. And the media keeps lying and lying. Now the media is saying Donald Trump deported American citizens. Well, no, he didn't. Those kids were American citizens. Well, no. Donald Trump was deporting their mothers. And the mother said, I want to take my children. And Donald Trump said, great, take your children. So Donald Trump shipped a mother out of the country with her children. Because you see, if he would not have shipped the children too, then they would say, but he's separating families. An MS-13 member, they're saying, oh, the Maryland dad, bring him home. And I must say, Donald Trump's largest, greatest error in judgment since his first and second term has three initials. A, C, B. Amy Coney Barrett. She was a plant. She has voted against the Constitution nearly every time. She voted that Texas could not defend their borders. She voted against the Aliens Enemy Act, which has been it's been in law for 200 years. Happy about the Bible and caught on guard by how this all is going. She's voted against everything that Trump's trying to do to secure America. And Donald Trump's probably going to hurt some feelings really soon if he has to do what he's got to do. 3 presidents have done it before, and that's suspend habeas corpus. And what that means is, if you're not an American citizen, you should not, and you should never receive constitutional rights. If you came in America without permission and without a hearing, we ought to be able to put your ass out without a hearing. I and many others, including Tucker Carlson and Matt Walsh, all agree that it ain't going fast enough. The number was 150,000 so far. If that's all the people you can ship out in 100 days, it ain't gonna work. The border is shut down. I can tell you the border is shut down because the house beside me is still empty. So again, I'm speaking truth and everything around me proves it. Because guess what? If the house beside me wasn't for illegal aliens, why has no one rented it? Because rental property where I'm at is near extinct to find. It's been a month empty now. It sucks to have to come on here weekly and tell people I don't lie, and everybody called me a liar. Canada really screwed up, and I'm kind of mad about Trump. And I'll tell you one thing about Trump. Let me tell you something else. Let me tell you my biggest gripe right now with Donald Trump, because everybody says they don't have a gripe with Trump. Kristi Noem announced last week. What's up, Bush? Kristi Noem announced last week. She's the HHS director, former governor of South Dakota, that American people are going to be required to have a real ID to vote and enter federal buildings. Not me. That is unlawful to require me to have a real ID to get into a federal building, because you don't have to have an ID to get into a federal building. That's a violation of the Fourth Amendment. Sorry. I'm not taking the real ID. I ain't doing it. And I understand where they're coming from, safety and security, but if my ID doesn't do it, a real ID ain't gonna do it either. And Tucker Carlson made a good point the other day when he was talking, I think, to Mount Walsh, or maybe, no, he's talking to another woman. Come on, get off your phone. He said they've got AI technology facial recognition. They know when we scratch our butts, but they don't know where to find the illegal aliens to go pick them up. I know how to get them. Go to the schools. Get their children on the phone and have their children call mom and daddy. And anybody that's fighting against Doge is a moron. Doge is finding trillions of dollars. What I don't understand, that I don't trust Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe's the leader of the CIA. I don't trust him at all. He's a good man, but I don't trust him. And the main reason is Operation Mockingbird is the CIA putting people in the media. It is unlawful for the CIA to operate in America. So if they're in American media operating, they are operating in America. What Trump should do is cancel all the money going to Operation Mockingbird. Cancel it all. And here's another one that I thought about the other day. These and I'm not saying that China would go along with it, but Trump needs to put tariffs, partial tariffs on the table with China, and say, China, you can buy off these tariffs if you start turning over the blackmail you have on American congressmen and women. You got a cheat sheet on the people in power. I want your cheat sheet. Now, wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice to have the blackmail that controls these people? Then people like Adam Schiff, that watermelon head pencil neck prick, put his ass in prison. China is putting out that America created COVID and we spread it all over the world. And remember who put China in the business. It was the president with the most popular, highest election ratings ever. Anybody knows who that is? I am not a crook. Yeah, and he wasn't a crook. He wasn't a crook, but he's the one that put China. See, every adversary in the world today, besides Russia, that we're dealing with, we created. We created Iraq. We created that hellhole. Iran, we overthrew the Shah. Iran was a freer nation than America back in the 60s, and we destroyed it. We put in the Islamic regime. We spread the terror around the world. We did it. But luckily, I wish that we could have Trump for 50 freaking years. And for the people that don't know why, you're just not paying attention. The temperature of the world goes down when Donald Trump is in charge. ISIS raged for 8 years because we were funding it. Obama created ISIS and funded it with USAID. So Trump got in there and stopped ISIS by wiping them out and canceling the funding. What we got in number 2, we never would have gotten in 2020. That was an act of God. God put Trump exactly where he's at right now. You don't have to believe that. But when the Bible says no weapon formed against them shall prosper, you have to ask yourself, why did Trump survive and why is he doing? Because I'm telling you, did you know when he gets his tax cuts, anyone making less than $200,000 a year will not have to pay federal income tax? Think about that. Imagine the freedom you would have right now if you didn't have to pay federal income tax where half of your check is gone. That's freedom. And you shouldn't be robbed for your money anyway. And when he does the export tax, or the External Revenue Service, it's a good idea. The states are always going to charge, but we use more state resources than we do federal resources anyway. Still too much money. Still way too much money. Give me a second, I'll be right back. My phone in the floor. Okay. Doing more property taxes if you're over 50, that'd be nice. Hey, and by the way, he's canceling taxes on Medicare, Medicaid, canceling taxes on Social Security too. We should have to pay taxes, not federal taxes. That should, and tariffs cover all that. We don't have 50 years, no, but we don't. I don't think we have 3, honestly. Because the Democrats are openly calling for violence. If we could eliminate every Democrat in America would be the safest, godliest nation on earth. Not a doubt in my mind. The Constitution only works for moral men. And this is what people don't understand, because like I said, I watch a lot of Islamic debates. Just want to say greetings. Thank you, Jamie. Gardening. Someone stole all my original seeds from the 80s and 90s. Somebody stole every one of them, so I haven't been able to really put it in a garden. I've got some odds and ends that was given to me. I eat squash and okra. That's about the only thing out of a garden. Squash, okra, and corn. That's about all I eat out of a garden. So I tried to plant some Bud Lights one time when I was drinking, and they never grew either. So it is what it is. But with all the Islamic debates that I watch, people keep saying, how do we defeat Islam? You don't. You cannot fight a war with people who believe when they die they're going to get 72 virgins. You can't fight a war against people who think if they kill you, they're going to go to Mecca. You can't win that. That's not a fight you can win. And they say that Islam is spreading by the billions every year. No, they're breeding new Muslims. They're not making new Muslims. They're making them. They're not converting them. They're breeding new Muslims every year. Pickles last year and this year going to learn to can tomatoes. Tomatoes are easy to can. I think it's 60 minutes in a pressure cooker at 10 pounds, I think. Meat is 90 minutes at 11 to 12 pounds for hamburger, chicken, stuff like that. But I think fruits and vegetables, I think they're 60 minutes at 9 to 10 pounds, I think. If you'll call the American Canning Company that makes that American pressure cooker I got, little old ladies answer the phone. They'll tell you exactly how long to can tomatoes or anything else you want to can. But you need to get some pickling salt. Your preps don't matter to God. Well, yeah, it doesn't. But it is what it is. For all 6 people in here, thanks. I appreciate you. God bless.